I now want a Deadpool and Quicksilver buddy road trip movie. X-Men Apocalypse, the fourth X-Men film directed by Bryan Singer, starring James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, Oscar Isaac, Sophie Turner, and a whole host of other actors playing mutants. In the sixth titled X-Men movie, an ancient mutant awakes and wants to take over the world. He gathers a group of 4 powerful mutants to help him with his plot. The rest of the X-Men must reunite and stop him from taking over the world. X-Men Apocalypse is not the best X-Men movie. It is nowhere near as bad as X3 or Wolverine Origins, but it doesn't quite stack up to the other 4 X-Men films. I still really enjoyed watching X-Men Apocalypse and will watch it again. The action is well done, the performances overall are good, and the story is decent. It's just not a home run like a few of the other X-Men movies from Singer are. The film also pulls hard on some nostalgia heartstrings. I couldn't help but be sucked in by the opening credits and the original theme music. Then seeing some of the original sets from the first 2 films was a nice touch. While the sets were familiar, many of the new faces portraying the X-Men are new. Overall, the new additions, for the most part, are good. The one that completely stood out is Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. She did a great job of handling the teenage aspect of a mutant coming into her powers. I thought the ending with her was extremely satisfying and powerful. I look forward to seeing her in the next X-Men movie along with the new Cyclops. Ty Sheridan did a good job in his portrayal of Scott Summers, but he was a little too brooding for my taste. Nightcrawler was perfect, and I enjoyed him as much in this movie as I did in X2. The highlight for all the heroes, though, was the return of Quicksilver, who stole almost every single scene he was in. However, the problem with having all these different characters was the movie seemed too jam-packed and not enough time was devoted to develop each of them. The underdevelopment of the characters was mainly on the villain side. Storm had very little development on why she actually joined forces with Apocalypse. There was no motivational reasons as to why Psylocke and Angel joined him. They just did. Olivia Munn did a great job with her action scenes, but she really didn't have anything else to do. The last fight she had was well done, but seemed kind of forced into the movie. The other recruit, Magneto, is the most developed, but that's because he's been in every single movie. Fassbender does a great job with the role again, but I didn't believe his storyline. He was too easily swayed in this film. I like it when he's a rock for his ideals, and he was very far from that in this movie. The main event, which makes it easy for him to manipulate in this movie, was comical. It wasn't believable and really took me out of the movie. I understand his motivations after the event happened. I just wish they would have used a more plausible scenario, which is also my main gripe with Apocalypse. The film opens up with a ritualistic ceremony set in ancient Egypt, and we see high-tech technology being used in the pyramids. It's never established how this technology came to be. Maybe it's in the comics. I went with it in the movie. But the film gives unneeded exposition in the third act, and it really could have been used to good purpose here. Oscar Isaac still does a great job with the role of Apocalypse. He is menacing and has some great powers. The infight with him is very well done and a highlight for the movie. I like the interactions Professor X has with Apocalypse, and each of those encounters brings a certain amount of uncertainty to the film. Each of those struggles was well done and had me on the edge of my seat. Though the payoff for the final fight would have been better if Singer would have added something with more emotional weight. It seemed like he was going for those moments a few times, but pulled back. The lack of emotion could be credited to one person I didn't really enjoy in the film, Jennifer Lawrence. I don't think she mailed in her performance, but it wasn't her best effort. In every trailer leading up to the release, her line delivery felt flat. It was a bit better in the context of the film, but as a pivotal character, a better performance would have improved the overall result of the movie. It really sounds like I'm bashing this movie, but I had a fun time watching it, and will watch it again. I think certain story elements in the film felt rushed and underdeveloped, while others felt bloated and not needed. Maybe a director's cut of the film will improve the final result. I still look forward to the next X-Men movie, with or without Bryan Singer. All of the actors inheriting roles did a good job, and I look forward to seeing more stories with them. I think if you are a superhero movie fan or a comic book fan, you're going to enjoy this movie. If you are getting tired of the superhero film genre, this movie is still worth seeing, but you could probably wait to rent it. Did you see X-Men Apocalypse yet? If so, what did you think? Where does this one rank within all of the X-Men films? If you haven't seen it yet, are you going to wait for rental? Are you tired of superhero movies? Comment and let me know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching.